What is going on, my YouTube friends and all my Patreon friends, all my Click friends? How we all living today? I'm excited, man. So on Patreon, this is my shameless plug, we've gone through, I think, all the records now, and we're gonna start going through them again and catching lives of songs that I either haven't heard or like fell in love with and stuff along the journey, right? So we're starting off with, and this was one I asked for. I wanted a Holding On To You live that I hadn't seen, because it's such a party, man. Live, like, the record is great, but live is just, it's such a friggin' party. So I'm really looking forward to this. All my Click friends on Patreon, everyone in the Discord, I appreciate you all. Come check us out. Come hang out, and I got the link in the description box. It's a ton of fun. We hang out on Sundays at noon my time, and if you can make that, I'm in Mountain Standard Time. Come hang out, come check us out. Shameless plug. You can like and subscribe here on YouTube as well. I'd love to see you hanging out. I'd love to see your face again. I'd appreciate a thumbs up if I earn it from this. I've got a background of live stuff, so that's usually all the nerdy talk I get into. Let's do this. I'm so pumped. So this is Holding On To You from Bonnaroo 2015. God, they both look so young. You see how high they had that drum mic away from the tom like that? I haven't seen that with that kind of a microphone there. This one here, it's a Beta 56. I haven't seen that so far away from a drum like ever. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Taking over my body, back and controlling my shoddy. I bet a lot of me was out of keys and crashing eyes and that. I fought it a lot, and it seems a lot of flesh is all I got. Not anymore, flesh out the door. I must forget, you can't trust me. I'm open the moment and close me short before you know what I'm about to see. And nothing I write and think about it, and the story unfolds. You should take my life, you should take my soul. Bonnaroo!
Hold on. There's something about Tyler doing that, like, Bonnaroo! And what was the other one that I watched? How we feeling? From Fox Theater, man. Like, it's just such an energetic moment. And Josh is doing it, man. Josh is really creating it. Like, the track is dope. The track they play to that Tyler puts together is so fabulous. Like, I grow more and more appreciation for that, the further and further these rabbit holes that we go. But there's something about that drum beat, man. It's so weird, eh? Boo, tss, da, da, tss, boo, tss, da. Like, it's just, and it's got so much energy. Like, he's got so much intention behind his swing when he's hitting like each drum. I was gonna say the snare drum, but each drum. And even like doing the switch to the open hand, I almost wonder if that has like a little bit of texture. Like, if you just played it open this way, if it wouldn't have the same kind of feel. This is just such a great lineup, man. Man, that was tasty. The pss, pss, and he had the ghost notes going on his left hand as well. Come on, Josh. Where is it? Unreal.
You are surrounding all my surroundings, sounding down the mountain range of my left side brain. You are surrounding all my surroundings, twisting the kaleidoscope behind both of my eyes.
Oh, big delay, man. That's the first time I've heard a delay like that on them. So, okay, my thoughts, because this is Bonnaroo, this is a festival, right? So if I'm a sound tech and I'm thinking about one particular festival I went to, you walk up, you get a console, maybe it's even a console you're used to. You just haven't had your hands on it for long enough yet, right? So, and I'm not trying to say that anything's bad yet, but like sometimes you do like a delay or reverb and it like just comes out and you're like, oh, okay. Like, that's how that happens. And they can fix a lot of that too. So that delay was probably quite intentional, but I also think that was like a technician doing that, man. I don't know. You can automate all that stuff, but it just had like a real feel to it, man, and I dig it. It could even be to a metronome, or like it could be perfect, but like it just had like a real feel to it. I like it. And of course, Tyler sounds Friggin' fabulous.
Of my left side brain, it was surrounding all my surroundings, twisting the kaleidoscope behind both of my eyes.
Great delay.
Would you please give it up for Jack John on the drum?
He's like, he's like fucking the cymbal, you know, just.
The drum. Remember the moment, you know exactly where you're going. Cause the next moment before you know it, time is slowing in this broken seal. And the windowsill looks really nice, right? You think twice about your life, you're probably having tonight, right? Fight it, we take the pain at night. Tie your noose around your mind, loosen up the feet, finding tight. You a street telling you belong to me. This ain't the news, this is the lead. I have news for you, you must obey me.
It's such a like dope section of character, you know? Tyler does such a good job of like making it look like he's like uncomfortable in his skin. He's like itching, he's pulling at his shirt, like he hits himself in the head, like all of this, right? And it's not really a character, like he's demonstrating like probably his experience like through music, right? But then you have Josh smacking that cymbal, catching it, throwing it, and then sitting down as he hits the other cymbal. Like, come on, bro. It's so dope. Oh, sweet, I found this. So this is kind of interesting. This is just an open road case. Never mind. I was gonna say you can get lids that like transform into tables and stuff, but that's not it. So we're not gonna talk about it.
Nice, right? You think twice about your life, you're probably having tonight, right? Fight it, take the pain at night. Tie your noose around your mind, loosen up the feet, finding tight. You a street telling you belong to me. This ain't the news, this is the lead. I have news for you, you must obey me. You are surrounding all my surroundings, sounding mountain range of my left side crack. You are surrounding all my surroundings, twisting the kaleidoscope behind both of my eyes.
So like I am curious if, because like here's what happens, right? When you have big delays like that, it crowds the vocal, and that's what's happening here, right? You have the same vocal falling on top of itself, and usually you fix that in the studio. So I wonder if this is like off a console, just the way it is. Like that's what it sounded like in the moment, right? Because like again, me as a sound tech, I'd be listening to your music, and if you were saying things like you were surrounding, I'd probably have like a stereo image type delay and like a reverb happening, and it would be probably chaotic because it's just you're creating that scene that the artist is leaning into, right? It's just interesting that it kind of clouds the vocal there, like not in a way that you can't hear the vocal. It's just like they fight each other a little bit, right? And it's neat. It's neat. That's just like it's just the nature of live equipment played back in the studio, right? I like it.
All my surroundings, twisting the kaleidoscope behind both of my eyes.
Great head voice. Man, like that section right there is why I wanted to be an audio technician, man. Come on, let's listen to that again. Let's listen to that whole section again. Like it's just Tyler, his piano. There's a little piano track playing too, right? And him and his beautiful falsetto. But this is like where there's more than delay happening now, and there probably was before. There's reverb and things too. And in the modern way, there's probably a bunch of ways you can do this. Like when it repeats, when the delay repeats, it gets fed through a reverb again. So then you get like a similar sounding to the origin vocal that has reverb and delay on it. Because like if you have a vocal, like they call it a wet vocal, and then it delays and the delay is dry, now it sounds different from the vocal, right? So what we used to do is you would have delay and reverb on the main strip, on the main vocal, and you would send your delay channel into your reverb as well, so that it'd be vocal with delay and reverb, and then the delay happens again, and that also gets the reverb, so it's not as jarring between the two. And that's where, like, you can hear that come to life in this, man. Like, he even does the entertain my faith, and it almost carries over the two. And he does sing it, like, still a couple times, and, like, there's so much going on here, man. He's got this, like, almost break to his voice where it sounds like he could like, start crying or tearing or choking up at any moment. And that's such a, like, for singing this how many times he probably has, especially by today, that's such a gift to be able to pull that off emotionally. And either he's still can go to those places, man, and like if that's the case, I would give you a hug in a heartbeat, bro. Or like his technique, man, is so dialed in to get his message across. Like it's got to be therapeutic, man. It's got to be therapeutic. This is such a dope section. Oh man, we're getting into it. Josh is tapping the offbeat too. That's so hard. So he's doing everything on like the eighth notes and the build, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. He's tapping the hi-hat, man. Come on now, come on now. Too, man.
Lean with it, rock with it, when we gonna stop with it? Lyrics every nothing we would give it good. Is it time to move our feet to an introspective beat? It ain't no speakers ever hard. It's ours to make a lean with it, rock with it.
It's never gonna be settling for me watching Josh launch off of something or Tyler climb something. I'm never gonna get used to it. It's so dope though. It's so dope. He's got his in-ear out and it sounds like he's really in this moment, man. His like his pitch of his voice is higher than say like Fox Theater, where it's like all confidence, it's like all swag. He's almost got that like break to his voice a little bit. For me, when I get into like rap and hip hop, it's like sometimes I'll fall apart. And it's because I'm like convincing myself that I'm like got the confidence to do this, and like that's the vibe it's giving me here, man. That's totally the vibe he's giving me here.
Stop with it, lyrics every nothing we would give it good. Is it time to move our feet to an introspective beat? It ain't no speakers ever hard. It's ours to make a swing with it, rock with it. When we gonna stop with it? Lyrics every nothing we would give it good. Now is it time to move our feet to an introspective beat? It ain't no speakers ever hard. It's ours to make a swing with it, rock with it. When we gonna stop with it? Lyrics every nothing we would give it good. Now is it time to move our feet? It's ours to make a
Like how he's screaming like that, and like it looks like he's nothing's changed. I'll be holding on to you, and it's just like chainsaws, bro. Come on. Great delay, man. Come on now. Unreal, man. What a, like, just performers, man. Performers. me get rid of this. Unbelievable. That was such a dope. They're like a festival band though, man. Like there's a certain type of energy you need to bring when you're on like daytime, let alone on that big a stage in front of that big a crowd, man. And I think that this band, this like music comes alive at this size, man. Like especially if you're gonna have a drummer that's such an animal. Like you have to play stadiums and bigger, man. And like I don't know, man. That just felt right. That just felt right. I love this, man. I appreciate it. This is a great request. All my Click friends, if y'all enjoyed this reaction, this breakdown, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. That's the best way to help my channel. You can subscribe here on YouTube and hang out, get the notifications. But come hang out on Patreon, man. If you've made it this far, I know you like this. I know you like this. Come on, come hang out. Links in the description box. See everybody soon.